Okay, so I just want to talk about day 3 of my stopping compulsive eating experiment. I'm going to use post-its because basically today I'm having a bad hair day. So I don't really fancy being on camera. Anyway, yeah, day 3 yesterday. Very, very interesting. And I did have a revelation. So all day I felt pretty good, pretty level, and I managed to, eat in the calm environment without distractions. It was quite easy. I would say my speed is probably could be slower, but at the moment all I'm concentrating on is making this environment conducive to doing that. And then it got to the evening. The evening was early evening was quite difficult because the kids were going mad. And so by the time I actually got them into bed, I just thought, right, I just want to watch some really good telly and I'm hungry. And then I thought, am I really going to sit down at a table and eat? No, I want to watch telly. And this feeling of like rebelliousness rose up in me. And I was like, I'm not going to bloody sit there. I want to eat in front of the telly. And I'm going to. So I did. So on the face of it, it's, wasn't that great, was it? Let's move on to my bad hair day. But I have to say that actually, in fact, it was great. Why was it great? Because of what it made me see. I mean, you can read all these books about food and compulsive eating. People say blah 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 blah, and you say, yeah, I bet that's true, but you don't really believe it until you realise something yourself. So what happened was, as I was sitting there and I was eating, I was basically inhaling the food. It's very carb rich food. I was inhaling it, and it was amazing. And something struck me after I finished it was just like that level of pleasure I was getting from eating fast and doing it while I was watching the television. That level of pleasure was on a completely different, it was in a different stratosphere to the pleasure I got from being calm, sitting down and taking my time, and or when you're actually properly hungry. This was like addicts getting a fix. And it struck me that eating like that, I really got a sense that my mind was in a state of emergency. And it's a bit like, how can I explain it? This sounds a bit strange, but if you burn your hand and then you stick it under some cold water or you put some ice on it, and that amazing relief that like fills your whole body of cooling your hand down. It's kind of like that, and that's obviously not life and death emergency when you burn your hand, but you're feeling at the skin on your skin at the time. It is quite, I've got to do something. And it struck me that I'm kind of creating this sort of emergency response, which doesn't need to exist, because I don't need to eat like that. It's a choice, and there's a lot more I haven't quite worked out about it. But the thing is that the important thing about this whole experience, and why I'm giving it a big thumbs up, is that I didn't know that kind of addict's fix pleasure was in such a different league to the more appropriate enjoyment you should get out of eating. So it enabled me to see what I should be aiming for and what is actually not good for me. I don't know if this makes complete sense. The best thing for you to do, if you really want to understand it, is to experience it, is to go and try this for a few days, and then you will feel this need to rebel. I tell you, you will. And it's just go ahead and do it, rebel, and then see if you can identify the difference in the pleasure between sort of sane eating and compulsive eating. So, yeah, that was very, very useful exercise. Okay, I'll speak to you soon.